this is a mix-up cube. We mix a plus by with Eden, of course, because you know this puzzle. This is it's actually it's a very good puzzle. It's interesting. It's fast. It turns like it's fast, and it is interesting to solve, I think. And I think I can do an interesting transformation because I can make a mix-up skewb, but a rhombic dodecahedron, because we can make a rhombic dodecahedron out of a Rubik's cube, and it is in fact a skewb rhombic dodecahedron. So we should, so yeah, it's the most rational way to make. And with this puzzle I think I might transform it into a rhombic dodecahedron. Now we can actually see those edges. They are like, we can see if I do like this. Now the edges, 4 of the edges, they are flat, and if I do it on 3 dimensions, so 1, 2, and the third one it's here. Now we can see in fact that those edges, those plus edges, they have already been made. So the only thing to do, in fact, is only to cut it down. You know, those corners and in fact those centers, so that they are like pyramids. These pieces, because there are 6 centers, so 6 of the edges, they do not have those squares. We will need to cut those, because on the mix-up cube, the centers and the edges, they in fact they are the same pieces. This one is just extended. It's just this, like this extension glued on. It is similar. In fact, it's the same as the Fisher cube extension. If when we extend the edges like this. So we will need to accurately cut this piece so that it is also square. So 12 edges they will be made. So 6 they are already done. Now we will need to make the other 6. The centers, they will also, we will just need to fill them with epoxy. And the corners, I think they can be cut down too. Still, the amount of epoxy, and actually I don't know how hollow they are, so we will need to see. So that's how to transform this into a rhombic dodecahedron. So, and it will also be a mix-up, so that's cool. So now a proportional mix-up, it's possible, but the edges, just imagine the tiny edges, they are unstable, I think. So with this one I think a disproportional version, it's okay. So this one we will transform it into a rhombic dodecahedron. So I have shown you those moves. So if we do this in 3 dimensions, the edges, they are already done for us, and those squares, 6 of them, they are already done. So we will just need to do the rest. So no extensions will be required to make it. This is how to make it. I will do it shortly. Okay. And this one, okay, it's just an axis 4x4x4 and a cross traverse octahedron. Yes, this version, I love it. Like, it's the best. It's one of the best puzzles ever, I think. I still have not solved these dipyramid. There are some pieces that are actually sticking out, you can't see, but actually the 5x5x5 hexagonal dipyramid, which is a ghost, we should not even make it, because as you can see, it ends up curved and disproportional. We cannot make a proportional version of a 5 by 5 ghost hexagonal die pyramid, we can only make 3 by 3 by 3, like here, this one, the blue one, and maybe, I don't know, a 4 by 4 by 4, but not from a 5 by 5 by 5. We also can't make a proportional, non-curved hexagonal die pyramid from a 5 by 5 by 5, the normal one, and we cannot make an excess 5 by 5 by 5, which is proportional and non-curved. So the 4 by 5 by 4 is the maximum one we can actually make, and still it took too much. Like to make a 4 by 5 by 4 excess cube, it took me 5.5 months. So it is definitely something which someone would repeat again in a few years. So it's like the 4 by 5 by 4, yeah, it was definitely a Chinese one, it was terrible, it's just, actually the turning is not the best because of this, but it can be turned, it's just the corners they sink. Like you can see that the black, for example, corner, it sunk down, so it's just because it sank down. It's just because they sink down because the 4 by 5 by 4, it is, the pieces they are not precise because it's a Chinese one, but it was the only one left because I just wanted to make something. Okay, it works, it's not too bad, it's just the corners they sink because the mechanism, like there is a ball inside and it's not precise. I don't know, like it doesn't happen with a QJ one, but with this one it happens. But it took like less materials. It took more time, but less materials. So the 6 by 6 by 6, it would be nice, but no, it can't be done proportional. I will only make proportional puzzles, and actually this one 9 by 9 by 9, it is not proportional, unfortunately. It can be done. The maximum sculpture is an 8 by 8 by 8, so use the vcube 8, but not to make this, but to make this shape. So I will have to remake it sometime when, so, but of course okay, I forgot what to, okay, so, but maybe the 4 by 4 by 4 hexagonal die pyramid ghost, I will have to, so, but it's the maximum. I will tell a little bit more why it works like that. It is related with elliptic curves and those geometry. I will explain, I will try it. It really is hard, like only 4 people in the world know this, but this one, actually I have already solved those 2 puzzles, then 8 by 8 by 8 and then 9 by 9 by 9, and wow, it took some time, of course, like like I will do it more so that they break in more, and actually I think I will transform this crazy 3 by 3 by 3, it's Mars, it's I think the hardest one, like the Mars and the Saturn, they are the hardest. I will transform this, I will transform this square 1, and I will transform, I might actually recycle this Megamix ball into the icosahedron, because it will be, I think, a proportional transverse icosahedron, and it turns out it's the only proportional transverse icosahedron we can make. So, like those stickers, they were taken from, I think, like when Kirby Starmix arrived, like there were stickers from MF8 Megamix like set, and the Kirby Starmix I just cut out of those shades. I will have to unfortunately take it off and just re-sticker. okay, my video. Okay, so each puzzle takes time. It just takes time. Not only epoxy and puzzles itself. It just takes time to make. So I choose which puzzles to make in order to, so that I come across across different categories of puzzles. I will actually find more, like I will, okay, so this puzzle is one of the best, the Access 4x4, it's also one of the best. It's just with the corners, they're a little bit misshaped because they were terrible on the 4x4 in the beginning. Like the 4x4 was terrible. It's shiny. It's like you cut it, and those caps, they always fall in your eyes. Like, yeah. So those puzzles I will also finish. Those two, this shape transformation for 5x5 and this one. Unfortunately, I can't turn it now. It does not turn. I will have to, I think, somehow make it turn, because the pieces, they will have to be so precise in order to turn. What else do I have to say? I think those are pretty much all of the puzzles I can make. Yeah, almost all of them. No, not all, but it's okay. So it is interesting, and like what? So if I can actually regenerate some of those, I think I can regenerate some of the 3x3x3s from those ones and make something again. But if the puzzle it is curved and or disproportional, it turns out that shape mods, they can be proportional or disproportional. It turns out that it can also be used there. I will not make if it is impossible to make proportional and non-curved. So unfortunately, yeah. But still, as you can see, it's quite interesting. And actually, I don't recommend making this 5x5x5 cross cube. It's too bad, I think. There is not too much room for the pieces to hold. They break sometimes. But this one, from an 8x8x8, it is definitely worth if you super glue some of the stickers, because the curvature, you will have to use like a type of super glue to glue some stickers if they fall off. But it's amazing. Yeah, it truly is amazing. So I will show you this mixup 3x3 mixup skewb rhombic dodecahedron.